Hey guys, welcome back to One Track Mind Coasters. Today I wanted to make a ranking on all of the coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure. So at Six Flags, I visited back in July for the very first time, and I managed to get done all 14 coasters in one day. So I decided that today I am probably going to rank them from worst to best. So get ready for this ranking because there are some hot takes in here. Let's just say it, but let's get with it. Taking our number 14 spot is Lil Devil. This is a Zamperla Kitty coaster, and this one, is just like any other. Nothing special, but I'm glad I got the credit because this one did not. I was able to walk on this one right away, so. At the number 13 spot, we got Harley Quinn Crazy Train. This one is pretty good too. I actually was surprised how long the train is, and I'm also surprised that the restraints don't really touch you. So this kiddie coaster was actually pretty comfortable and pretty enjoying, I'll say that. At my number 12 spot, we got Runaway Mine Train. Runaway Mine Train was a family coaster, but the restraints were pretty uncomfortable and it wasn't that smooth. But I'm not surprised because it is an older coaster at the park, so. But yeah, this one wasn't the best. Now comes a controversial opinion to the some, including myself, because some people really like it, some people don't. But at my number 11 spot, we got Green Lantern, and I actually really do not like this ride, and this one is probably the one of the worst major coasters I've ever ridden, so, but that's just me. At my number 10 spot, we got Skull Mountain. Skull Mountain actually wasn't that bad of a coaster. I actually didn't mind it a lot. But the coaster was pretty short, and it is an older Intamin, so. But this one really is pretty good. I do really like it how it was just a party theme in there, but yeah, this one was a pretty good family coaster. I'll give it that. At my number 9 spot, we got Joker. Joker is okay. I mean, it is good for what it is. However, I think it's just me because I'm not the hugest fan of 40 free spin coasters. I just don't know why, but it wasn't that good, but it is good for what it is. But me personally, I just didn't enjoy it. So that is why it's at my number 9 spot. At my number 8 spot, we got The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is a pretty good ride. It is a pretty good Wild Mouse because there actually is padding on the handprint turns, unlike Hershey's and Dorney's. And also on top of that, the theming is really nice, considering it's also indoors, so it is actually a pretty decent Wild Mouse. So that is why I am going to give it the number 8 spot, and that's why it's a pretty good Wild Mouse. At my number 7 spot, we got Superman. Now, Superman is another one of those rides that is good for what it is. However, I am personally not the hugest fan of this ride. Although it is pretty decent, I wouldn't consider it one of the best coasters in the park. But as I said, it is really good for what it is. At my number 6 spot, we got Batman the ride. Batman is a really intense invert coaster. Out of all the B&M inverts I've done, I'll put it at my number 3rd spot. And 5 inversions, wow. All of them are actually really intense too. And also, I do like the station theming a lot. I'm glad how they picked it that way. But Batman the Ride is one of those rides that is intense throughout the whole thing. And it has great pacing too, which is why it's my number 6. At my number 5th spot, we got Medusa. Medusa is actually a really good ride. And I do like the color scheme better than Bizarro, although I've never ridden Bizarro because my first time visiting Great Adventure was this year when it was Medusa. But Medusa is a great supporting B&M floorless coaster. I've only ridden 2, and obviously I think this one's the better one. But yeah, that is why Medusa is at my number 5th spot. At my number 4 spot is Jersey Devil. Jersey Devil is a really fun ride. I did not get to ride this one more than once, but that's okay because there's other coasters in the park that are better. But this one I really liked. The only complaint I have with this ride is the restraints. The restraints aren't the most comfortable, and also this ride lacks airtime too. But other than that, I actually really like this ride a lot. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to ride it more than once, as I said, but hey, this ride is another good supporting coaster, and this list is gonna get a lot better. My number 3rd spot on my list is Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. Nitro is a really good hyper coaster. My favorite B&M hyper and my second favorite hyper overall. I really like this long drawn out layout, how there's a lot of floater airtime in the mix, and also the fact that this ride is very long is why I prefer it over most hyper coasters. But this ride is meant to be a graceful ride all the way down in the woods, which is one thing I really like about most coasters. But this is why Nitro is at my number 3rd spot, because it is a really decent coaster, and I recommend you getting on this ride no matter what. At my number 2nd spot, King the Ka. King the Ka, that blew me away when I did it in the front row. The front row was my first ever ride on this, and I just don't think I could ask for a better experience on a coaster. Going 456 feet tall and being in the front row, that was just amazing. It is definitely in my top 5 coasters of all time. And on top of that, the intensity, and it is just out of the world on this coaster. Sad they don't make more coasters like these, but yeah, King the Ka is a really good coaster in my opinion. I would just go ahead and say it because, and this is one of the rides I do recommend you doing over and over again. However, there is one ride in this park that I would consider really good, and I think you should do this multiple times, is El Toro. Wow, this coaster is so insane, especially in the back row. You get thrown out of your seat every single hill, including the drop, and it's sustained ejector too, so that is a win-win on one coaster. Yes, it's better than Phoenix. I know it's been considered the best, or Phoenix has been considered the best coaster, or wood coaster in the world, but I think this one just blows it out of the water. But yeah, this ride, you have a lot of camelbacks, and also this ride you have a pretty good full layout along with just the camelbacks. So, and yes, I definitely recommend you lapping this ride more than once if there is no wait, which is tough because this ride does have a wait. So yeah, there you go. And that's my ranking for all of the coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I want to see your rankings. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more uploads on my channel so that you do not miss a video. Anyways, see you guys.